President's visit comes at a time of increased Palestinian attacks on Israel. Many Israelis also feel America's nuclear deal with Iran has put them in danger. Joe Biden comes to try to rebuild a crumbling relationship, while Israelis' trust in the Obama administration is at an all-time low. That concern has been reflected in polls. For example, after the U.S. and other world powers negotiated the nuclear deal with Iran, nearly 8 out of 10 Israelis felt it put Israel in danger. And a poll of Israelis last year showed only 9% of Israelis felt President Obama was pro-Israel. 60% thought he was pro-Palestinian. And more than 60% of Israelis described Obama as the worst U.S. president for Israel in the past 30 years.
When Israelis view Obama putting his trust at the UN, considering the UN to be the quarterback of international relations, we cannot but develop doubts about the realism coming out of the White House.
Ambassador Yoram Ettinger, the former Israeli liaison to the U.S. Congress, says the lack of U.S. leadership and the so-called leading from behind is what frightens Israel and America's allies in the region.
Ever since Obama has entered the White House, there has been a devastating erosion of America's posture of deterrence, which is bad for America, but doubly so for America's allies throughout the world, but especially in the wildest neighborhood in the world, which is the Middle East. It resembles a new sheriff in town who announces publicly that he carries no gun in his holster. Allies of America, Israel included, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Kuwait, we all want the American sheriff to bring back the gun to the holster and to assert itself.
Despite the concerns about the Obama administration, Ettinger says while Israelis may not like Obama's policies, the relationship between Israel and the U.S. remains strong.
While at the top, we do not have positive chemistry between the two leaders, the strategic cooperation between the two countries, commercially and militarily, are at an all-time high. Sometimes in defiance of the president, but again due to the American public and American Congress.
Iran sent a message of its own while Biden was in Israel. The Islamic Republic test-fired 2 ballistic missiles. The missiles carried the handwritten phrase, "Israel must be wiped out on the sides."